Hey, good people, all my creatives and artists. Welcome back to MCJ's Art Studio. To all newcomers, welcome. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe as you are entering into this space. Now, you might be thinking, what are you doing? You know, it is not what it is that I'm doing, but where I'm doing it. I know. Another cryptic riddle for you all. Listen, before I even let you go further, subscribe, like, and share the content. I would so appreciate it. Sit back and enjoy this next piece of video. I did it again. I did it again, y'all. What I did, I'm gonna explain it very soon. But here you see some footage of what I've been plotting for the last couple of months, something that I've been very diligent about. And, I was just planning this for the longest period of time. You see me here in one of the spaces that I visited in Utrecht. And as I was sitting here in the train back to Utrecht, I already made up the decision that I wanted to do it. All right, I want us to do it. Okay. The math was mathing, everything was just adding up. And I decided that I have added a new space to the MCJ Studio platform. An artist run gallery. Now, you already see me standing here in this space, and I'm kind of talking about it backwards. So, this is like the final pieces of me cleaning up, and I painted the spot, and everything else. And I decided to take on an artist run space. Months ago, y'all might have to dig in the archive, and I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I talked about it, but I already talked about the fact that I wanted to have a space where I can hold expos, where I could have workshops, an active space run by artists, or maybe artists, and definitely something that creates an extension of what it is that I'm doing, the creation of artwork, but also the showing, the sharing, and also having other people being involved into the creative platform that I have is called MCJ Studio. So I'm very happy for that. I am so proud, people. Listen, I was plotting for this, and the moment that I started to really come close to the results, I planned that I wanted to have this done by December, and I did. Well, I still have to hang the paintings. For the most part, it's there. So I'm very listen, I cannot repeat this again. I'm so proud of it. But then, however, it almost did not go through. It was almost sabotaged. At least I still feel it almost was sabotaged. And here's how it went. What's up, people? Um, if you see that my eye is red, that's because it's infected. It's infected, people. Should be stopped. I shouldn't even be touching it. Anyway, you already know I got a new spot. The plan was, or still is, that I will be moving into that new space so I can open the art space. However, the dear neighbor next to me came to introduce herself, which is kind of her. But she was like, I don't know if you know, but rumor has it that this location it will be shutting down very soon. So you might be sitting here not as long as you might be thinking, which is one of the risks when you deal with temporary places, temporary buildings that are being administered by organizations like these. The one that I'm at. I was like, do tell. And she said, well, the building is a school building. It's temporary. Okay. So she says, yeah, but the probability of it being used on a very short notice is pretty likely. There is a school pretty close to that building, and they are renovating. So they will be using the current building that I'm at to locate their students, their pupils, for the time being, for the time that they are renovating. So that might be very soon. That might be in 6 weeks' time. Boy, and right now I'm just sitting here at my desk and I'm like, what now? Now what? These, of course, one of the risks, and one of the advantages of being in such a building, a temporary building, is that the costs are low, because the costs for renting an office space or just a working space, they are just out of control. They are, in one sentence, they are out of control. It's out of control. That's why these type of buildings are very wanted. They are not the newest buildings. The upkeep is also not that high. But I mean, y'all have seen my studio. My studio looks cute. It's cute. When you use a lick of paint and you know what to do, then you know what to do. But right now I'm sitting here and I'm like, should I now start putting stuff in there and just sit it out? Or should I make a move? Because I've been, now that I know what the location is and I heard the rumor of the building closing very soon, I already started Googling. Your girl already started Googling. I already started Googling to find out, well, what is going on? What's going on, girl? What's going on? I was able to retrieve the information just on internet, on the page, the city page of Utrecht, where they mentioned that that particular school will be renovated, and for a temporary placing, the building that I am at will be used for the students for the coming year, or as long as the renovation needs to be done, right? They say a year, but it's of course an estimation. Now, I'm not crying about it or anything. I'm not sad about it, because that's just a risk. That's what I signed up for. I signed for it. So I cannot be sitting here being like, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. But at the other hand, just signed it. I signed it last week. And in 6 weeks, I probably have to leave. Now, I don't want to panic myself all too much, because I know I can do that, right? I know I can do that. That I start to overthink and panic myself and being like, oh my gosh, no, I'm in the abyss and I'm in the dark and this is just horror, terror. Something in me tells me that I just need to sit it out, just relax. I did send the company who is, who has that building. I did send them an email like, listen, I already checked. Like, you can't even deny that the information is not there. Right? Even if you're not allowed to say anything about it, the information is there. At the same time, I'm like, I don't know. It's like there's a peace within me. Or maybe, girl, I'm just tired. I'm tired, child. I'm tired. Could be because I have a full stomach. Good food might, calm your nerve a little bit. I think I know what it is. I've been in worse situations that always work themselves out. With this irritated eye, me being tired after cleaning part 1 of where I am currently staying at, Utrecht. I'm like, you know what? Y'all let me know what y'all are going to do. Because I already made up my mind of what it is that I am going to do. I already made up my mind what it is that I'm going to do. And here's the funny part about it, this might be a little bit shady, what I'm going to say. But then, the place where I'm sitting at is not just the space itself, but it's also the hallway in front of it and the kitchen. And I can shut the door, so I have a really large area. A lot of daylight coming in. It's a beautiful Beautiful spot. Gorgeous spot. Absolutely gorgeous. You never know if the neighbor is like, yeah, I don't know if I want you sitting here next to me. For some reason, I mean, at first when I left the building, I was like, man, that's kind of nice of her to say that, right? So that I at least know what might be going on very soon in the near future. But as I was sitting, in the bus towards Utrecht Station, Central Station, I was like, hold up. Could also be foul play in it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There could also be foul play in it because this is the first time that she saw me, and I was there before before there was even in that space because she's right next to me. And the first time that I came in there, there was nobody in that room. The lights were off. There was nobody in that room. And I was vacuuming today in the room, so she obviously heard me and came by and said, "Oh, hey, I'm your new neighbor." I said, "Okay, hello. What's up, neighbor?" It's interesting because here's another thing that I'm thinking about. There are 14 people in this particular building. I know because I'm in a groups app. And I and another person were added to the app today. You would say, knowing that there might be a possibility for people leaving in the coming 6 weeks or in the coming 6 to 8 weeks, let's say 6 to 8 weeks, that a lot more people will be leaving based on the contract and whether you can find a new spot. You might stay, but would you take that risk knowing that you would leave 4 6 weeks from now? So that's why I'm saying could be shady. Could be like, you know what? I know a person that could be here in this particular spot, or I want to move to that particular spot where you are. I mean, I'm just saying, people, I've seen the weirdest things. Let me just put it into your mind. Let me put it into your head. So as I was sitting in the bus, I was like, there's also a possibility. Yeah, you don't know. Because I might as well be like, okay, I want to leave after 4 weeks, and then 3 months, 4 months later, they're still there. 6 months later, they're still there. Or they decided not to do it. That's what she was like.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be, I just wanted to give you a heads up because you might be moving in here and putting all your things here, and all of a sudden you're here in 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. You have to move. You have to leave. So I just want to let you know not to get your hopes up that you might be staying here for a longer period.
And I told her, well, that's kind of what you sign up for, right? It's never nice to hear that you have to leave in 6 or 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks ahead. But that is what you sign up for. Because I was saying, well, I just want to give the walls a lick of paint. He was like,
giving the walls a lick of paint? Oh, do you really want to do that, It's just a temporary space.
It's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Showing empathy. Yeah, of course. It's absolutely bad. I would hate that too. Now, I don't know how many people were before me in the building, but you would kind of say, listen, I would expect a lot less people in the building if that would be the case. Course, she might have, she just told me, like, don't get your heads up, don't get your hopes up. I'm sorry, don't get your hopes up. It won't be for too long. I just wanted to let you know that, right? From one renter to a next renter, which I think could be a kind thing, but I also have to take into consideration sometimes people are just, it's just foul play. People can be evil. I've seen it with my own eyes. People can be evil. And I'm dealing with the first impression. You want to make a best impression, but the first impression is not all. The first impression is important, but the first impression is not always the most genuine impression. I just have to see. And y'all just also have to see. So what I'm going to do is order me some food, fill up my belly, take my rest, and let it be. Let it be whatever it's gonna be. We'll see, people. We'll see. Talk to you soon.
Il ne voit pas d'autre chose importante comme la qualité humaine. C'est super important dans la société, mais il ne le voit pas. Et je me compte, des fois je me demande pourquoi je dois être soumise à son autorité. Oui, donc ça va faire très important. Mais c'est ça le chose plus important dans notre vie.
Il fait plein de fautes quand il y a plein de fautes. Il conjugue pas bien des verbes.
Il y a le petit truc.
Grammatical. Donc en fait, on comprend ce qu'il veut dire. Mais déjà au début, quand il m'a expliqué un peu, il m'a expliqué tout en français, je sais pas tout à fait. Mais normalement, on comprend ce qu'il veut dire. C'est pas bien. Genre, c'est pas bien formulé.
C'est pas non plus un néerlandais.
Ah non.
Mais maintenant, je pense qu'il se considère
Okay. Referring back to the previous video, it's not to say that I'm judgmental. Listen, y'all, if you know me, if you really, really know me, you know why I would say things like this. But if you don't know me, then it might be sounding like something that's very judgmental, but it's not. Here's the thing behind it. I know that we all can have our moments where, you didn't drink enough water. Happens, or you're really busy. You smell kind of ripe. Kind of, you worked the whole day. Okay? Everybody has had those moments. Everyone. So there's nothing to be ashamed about that. Absolutely not. Nothing to be ashamed about that. The thing is that I'm saying, why do I get involved in this conversation? Yes, there are exceptions to the rule. All right? There are generally people who have conditions, right, that make them smell a certain way. This is not the case. Okay, this is the rule. This is not the exception. All right? Here's the thing about it. I come from a household where I was very much raised on impression. How you look, how you smell, how you speak, how you present yourself. All of those things matter. Now, even though awareness is a beautiful thing, we do not all have it, possess it, or utilize it. Okay? If that is due to incapacity of it, I don't know, but it happens, right? It happens, okay? It happens. This is a particular case where I just know it's culture. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is it's culture. It's understanding of culture, because I can guarantee you, for all my Afro-Caribbean, Afro people from the diaspora, you cannot tell me that you would get away with smelling a certain way and speaking in somebody's face and that person not looking at you sideways. All right? Especially Surinamese people. I'm sorry. We are lethal. Hey, we will be offering you chewing gum, peppermints, a toothpaste, anything that's minty and fresh. You will be getting it. And we all have our moments, right? You ate, like I already said, you ate something, hurry, you didn't put deodorant, you didn't drink enough water, but then still you would taste it, you back up a little bit, you're gonna be on in somebody's face, you're gonna back up a little bit. If this is not working, the protection is going down, and you'd be like, yeah, let me hold it together, because I don't want everybody being in the funk of all of this. That's why I say it's culture, because what I consider to be good hygiene might be different for someone else. And I might be like, oh my God, like I already did, but I already did it. For someone else, that it's like, oh, I don't know. I'm already used to it, you know? So that's why I'm saying it might be culture. I might not like it, but it's culture though. I am happy that I made the decision that I made, right? Keeping your head calm and your eyes on the road is the thing that you can do. And there's nothing more. Do what you can do with the capacity that you have, right? That's all. So I'm cleaning up. I've already put some furniture in there. I still have to transfer the artworks to the spot because this is, of course, a gallery space. It's an artist run gallery. Have many ideas, many plans for it, which in due time will reveal themselves. You already know how it works. Y'all already know how it operates. All right? In due time, things will reveal themselves. But first, I want to start with really sitting down, having a program, start promoting what it is that I have, and really turn this into an active artist run gallery. I think this is the best step that any artist can make for themselves, however small or big you want to start. And I also believe that this is a new direction a lot of artists are going towards, right? A gallery is great, museums are great, but for artists to have a spot where they can come together and create their own program, right? Their own journey, I think that is such a huge act. That is not a small decision to make, people. That's absolutely not a small decision to make. So I'm very looking forward to what is going on. I already put it in my mind. I wanted to have the spot done and ready in December, and I did. Well, almost. The paintings still need to hang, but for the most part, I did. All right, your girl had it going. All right, I did it. Time to go home. I am tired. Y'all don't know how much work I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, but I'm very proud of myself and I'm looking forward to what will be heading on my path. Now, y'all might be thinking, wait a minute, wait, hold on. Why are you going all the way in Utrecht? I will be talking about that in due time. All right? In the meantime, subscribe, like the video as usual. I appreciate that you have been watching and following me. Share, like, and subscribe, people. See you next time, babes. Bye, y'all.